So I want to bring in this, man. Let's go ahead, load this clip up. I want to bring this in because we got to get to a topic, and I want to keep moving through these topics. So this is a little quote by Briz Rothstein. This is on the heels of Lil Wayne dropping the Carter Six, right? You know, and we definitely got to dive into the Carter Six. It's a lot to unpack on that one. But I want to bring this up. Of course, I'm smiling, of course, because he's talking. He's been in reference to my partner Jay Z. That's my partner now.
Briz
That's
Rothstein.
my partner, man. So, all right. So Briz Rothstein says Jay Z never and would have never. But that's the difference. Glad I ain't got a debate no more. And Briz, I am with you. I'm glad I don't have to debate these niggas no more. The debate is over. In real life, the debate is over. Who is the better artist? The debate is over. And niggas is finally starting to see what I've always said. There's a difference. There's levels to it. And I'm not going to go as far as to say Wayne doesn't provide substance, because to me, that's cap. I think Wayne kind of went away from that, because when I look at albums like Lights Out, when I look at albums like The Carter, he's talking about his life. He's talking about introspective shit. He's giving you substance as a young nigga trying to make it in this game. But I will say he went away from that. After The Carter 2, in my opinion, he went away from that and started just kind of just really focusing on bars. And even himself, he said he kind of shielded himself from the world. And the thing is, once you do that, you kind of shield yourself from some certain types of inspiration. You might not be in touch with people no more. Now you're just doing what the fuck you want to do, which you can as an artist. I can't tell you what kind of artist to be, but it's consequences to everything you do in life. And we see now he's no longer regarded as the same type of artist he was. So we got Briz Rothstein saying that on the heels of Carter 6, and everybody's called it a bad album, and I'm going to get your opinion on it in a second. But he's saying now this should show motherfuckers, bro. It's a difference, man. And I've been saying that my whole time. It's not just about bars, it's impact of bars, it's substance in bars too. So, yeah. Thanks, Briz. You finally you said it because I got tired of saying it. Jay-Z's a better artist than Lil Wayne. I got tired of saying it. But bro, I don't know. Matter of fact, I don't know if do you got a picture of Wayne? I don't know. Because we about to get into this Carter 6. But we can just keep this up and we can just talk about it.
Yeah, we can just keep that up. But
all right, we just keep it up. All right, because so how do you first of all let's go back to the genesis. How do you feel about the Carter 6, man? Boom.
Man, it ain't it, man. I like about. Let me stop lying and tell you how many songs I like off there. I actually like that hip hop shit with big extra plug. Now that shit hard. I ain't gonna lie. I like that. I like the song with 2 Chainz, Cotton Candy. And I like the band from before the remix came out.
I kind of feel like you're tap dancing, man.
No, I'm saying I
want you to break it track by track, but I just want to know how you feel about this album. Just off top, man. Is it a good, bad, trash album? What is it, bro?
It's not it. It's got a few cuts. It's not it. This album wasn't it.
So is it good, bad, trash? Come on, man. Keep it real.
I'm just gonna say it's a bad album.
Okay, bad album.
I've heard worse.
I got you.
Not from Wayne. This is like the worst I've ever heard, because
the words.
He's ever really put out
words coming from you, because I know how much. You know what I'm saying? You fuck with Wayne, which is nothing wrong with that. Wayne's a beast.
Like, I really fucks with Wayne. And for the people that don't know, we already did our little mini verses between him and Jay-Z, where he was obviously Jay-Z and I was Wayne, but that's neither here nor there. But this is probably like one of the worst albums, bro. I can't even think of a bad album from Wayne. That's I can't think of a bad album, bro, that you be like, oh man, turn this shit off. And I got those vibes from this one. It's weird. That's just me. I'm gonna keep it a buck because a lot of people gonna be like, oh man, that shit dope, Wayne rapping. But I mean, it's not the same Wayne, bro. It's not. Somebody didn't oversee some of these songs or something, bro. Some of these beats is just horrible. It's like, come on, bro. But like I said, I like a few songs off of it. I'm not gonna sit here and be like it's trash. But it's definitely not like your Carter series from like what at least up until 3.
What to expect day by day, and 3 easy ways to multiply its benefits. If you've been feeling a little less like yourself.
Go ahead, bro. Go for this pop.
No, it's nothing that is you can't match that up to anything in the Carter series, bro. And I think I don't know if that was 4. 4 was all right, but 5 is the one everybody really didn't like, and that's the one that like took Hellas to come out, which was actually a pretty solid album, bro. The last Carter 5, that shit was way better than this one, in my opinion.
You know, I was in the barbershop yesterday, man, and you know, I heard a young lady talking about the Carter 6. Just talking about how trash, you know what I'm saying, whatever. And so I just asked her, you know, I just like, excuse me, I got a question for you. I was just like, what's your favorite out the Carter series? Mm-hmm. She was like, Carter 3. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, you know, which I ain't gonna say I was not surprised. It's probably some of his biggest hits was on that Carter 3. But she asked me what was mine. I'm like, Carter 1, you know, and I'm like, to me, that's when the first time he finally stood out on his own, you know what I'm saying? You know, because, you know, them earlier works, you can tell he's influenced by Juvie and that shit. He's influenced by BG on those albums, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But when he came out with the Carter 1, he now kind of showed what he was really truly influenced by East Coast music and things of that nature. Came with a whole different way of approaching songs. The different beats he requested was different on the Carter 1. So to me, man, it was a smash album with songs like Miss My Dogs, was just crazy.
Super Cash Money Millionaires.
Come on, man. Birdman JR. Come on, like
make him feel it escalade, put his feet in the blades.
Come on, bro.
Like that no more, dog.
Yeah, he wasn't rapping like that on the block is hot and lights out. This was a whole new Wayne. And he really stepped out to his own, and he had a whole label on his back, and he handled the pressure. So to me, dog, pressure made diamonds, and they made a diamond on that motherfucking album. So to me, Carter 1 and 2 is my favorite. Mm-hmm. I fucks with Carter 3 too, because it had a lot of big songs, and you know the songs with T-Pain. You know, he had the Mr. Carter with Jay-Z, their first time linking up on a record. So it was big. Carter 3 was big. Carter 4, I like Carter 4 more than 3 though. Mm-hmm. Carter 4 is one of my favorites, dog, because he had that intro that he put all the different rappers on. Tech 9 gave an unbelievable verse. Nas gave a crazy verse. Busta gave a crazy verse.
That was on that Carter 4.
Yeah, dude. And then he had songs like She Will with Drake and man, Carter 4 is crazy to me. Mega Man and all that shit. He went stupid on that motherfucker. Mega Man 4 or something else it was called. But yeah. And then he had the songs with Bruno Mars, the Mirror song, you know what I'm saying? Carter 4 was, Carter 4. He had the song with Jadakiss on that bitch.
I'm about to go back and revisit that one.
Yeah, the song with Jadakiss and Drake, you know, because I think Drake was talking about how Wayne was locked up. And yeah, anyway, I don't want to get Carter 4, but yeah, that was my favorite. It goes 1, 2, 4 to beat. And then you can put whatever you can range them how you want to. 1, 2, 4, then 3 to me, respectfully. 4 just had something different, man. He had a different focus on 4.
You ain't like 5?
I can't remember 5. I remember 5 is the one that got Maria with the song with Kendrick Lamar and I remember it, bro. I do. He got the song with the Young Thug, Lil Baby, and one of them niggas.
Yeah, it was a solid album.
It was solid. Yeah, it was solid. I remember it was a solid album, but I know it
wasn't.
It
got this same kind of reaction, but I was like, y'all niggas bugging.
No, it was solid.
Bumping.
And one thing about it,
this time,
this album, my bad.
I'm gonna have to agree, man, because the majority of the album ain't bumping, right?
Bro, listen, it's not a good album. And one thing about it, even if this is the first time out of any Lil Wayne album, this is the first time, because usually one thing you can count on Wayne albums is bars. Even if you didn't like Carter 5, he was still rapping his ass off with songs with Kendrick. His nigga was still rapping his ass off. Mm-hmm. This was the first time his bars was like kindergarten, outdated.
Or stuff that you like, man, didn't he say that before?
Eradicated.
You never hear yourself say
evaporated. I eradicated. Like, no, bro, those are two. That's too nursery rhymey for you, bro. I understand you got a lot of witty bars, but no, bro. This is the first time I was like, damn, dog, I can't put this album against Snoop. Definitely crushed this album. This not even. Snoop did that nigga kicked like how he kicked over the buildings in New York. So that nigga kicked over the Carter 6 with no problem. Nah, this definitely ain't gonna beat me in the Grammy. This shit can go somewhere. Yeah. And you know,
it just wasn't it, bro. It just wasn't it, man. And I just say that respectfully, and I'm not gonna like trash the man because the dude is still my idol.
Yeah, fucking legend.
This album wasn't it, man.
But you know what? But you know what I heard too, though. I think it was on the Joe Budden show, I believe. I might be misquoting, but one of the guys said that it might not have been. I heard this on there, but he was saying Wayne doesn't have to. He's already solidified his name. He doesn't have to put out dope work. And I understand that to a point, but to be honest, if you're still putting out music, you still have to have a quality of music. You know, you can't get away with throwing out duds. I didn't really like the 444 album by Jay. You know what I'm saying? That's not one of my, but a lot of people love the 444 album.
Yeah, you was bugging. That was nice.
It was a good album, but it wasn't. It wasn't the his content. I know he was doing a lot of positive talk on that. It wasn't that at all. I get with all that. I fuck with niggas like Nas, Common Sense all day. It's nothing about that. It was, I didn't, you know, he had I think the whole album was done by Knife Wonder. What was the dude name? I believe. Was it Guru? I think Guru's the engineer. I don't know. But I think the album was produced by Knife Wonder.
Okay.
It just didn't. It just cohesively. Jay-Z has always made magic by working with different producers, getting different vibes. I didn't like it as a whole. To be honest, when I go back to 444, it's probably like 3 or 4 songs. I listened to OJ. I love the 444 title track. That's probably my favorite song on there. And there's a couple more tracks, probably about 4 to 5.
What? You don't fuck with Family Feud?
That's what I'm saying. That's one of them.
You don't fuck with the first joint when you talking about itself?
I said it's about 4 to 5. It's about 4 to 5, bro. 444 is not one of my favorite albums, bro. I'm just gonna keep it real. When I go back, when I first heard it, I'm like, okay. But when I go back, it's about 4 to 5. I'm just gonna keep it 100. But trust me, it's a good album. It's not like this, and that's why I brought that up to show niggas. Even though it's not one of my favorites, it ain't this. 444 ain't never been called trash by nobody. He ain't never had any type of controversy over an album like Lil Wayne. And this is, I wish Lil Wayne would have called this something else. I wish Lil Wayne would have brought this out like a mixtape, to be honest.
That should have been a mixtape.
You know what I'm saying? But
would have been Sorry for the Wait.
So
this should have been Sorry for the Wait. After that album come out at the end of the year.
What's that?
This should have been called Sorry for the Wait, and this a real Wayne album should have came out like within like a month or two. You know what I'm saying? Because
you know what put more fuel on the fire is he first announced this on the heels of that Kendrick, him and his mishaps. Like, okay, I'm back in the lab. Carter 6 coming. You know what I'm saying? So he had niggas like, okay, Wayne about to be on some shit, you know. And this is the most tamest album. Even if he was trying to diss Kendrick on any of these songs, it wouldn't even hit. You know, but he does, like you said, to your point. the Bell song, the Bells ain't bad. You know, I appreciated Bells more when I saw him. He did it live at Madison Square Garden because he had a sold out show at Madison Square Garden.
Yeah,
he performed Bells live. And I like how it goes down live. So I'm like, okay, it sounds better to me. Band from NO is good, but his lyrics really not there like that. But it is a good track. But Wayne would have ate something like that. Come on, man. Yeah. I'm pretty sure he done freestyled over the Band from NO track before. Yeah. But the tracks that I fuck with that Manny Fresh track. I don't know if Manny Fresh produced it. I'm pretty sure he did. But that track with him and Manny Fresh, I like that. The track with him and Big X the Plug, I like that. There's no way Big X the Plug should be having a better verse than you, Wayne. There's no way in hell. It's no way in hell, Wayne. That's the difference. Jay ain't letting that shit go. Jay ain't letting no Big X the Plug nigga have a better verse than him, dog. I'm telling your ass right, motherfucker. Now, Wayne, it's a difference, man. Niggas are starting to see it. I ain't even got to say it. Wayne threw his own landmine out there. Niggas starting to see the difference. You can't just be high putting some shit together and niggas call you the GOAT no more. You know? I'm sorry, my man. So I just hope this is a blip. I hope this is not who Wayne is right now. Just for us the quality. I don't even care about the beats. Pick your own beats, but just rap hard on them, though. I don't give a fuck. Just rap hard. So Carter 6, man. Respectfully, bro. Respectfully, man. Respectfully.